Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
I'm sick.
He's very sick, and now he knows how it feels. He's always making fun of me, and he's like, "You're a big baby.
And I still
You're
do the
not
podcast
sick.
though. And I still do the podcast though.
You're still doing the podcast, and so do I."
Well, because they've got people that listen to the podcast out there.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's why I'm
We do
doing
have
it.
people that listen. I said, "So do I," not why.
No, not so do you. Sometimes you don't do it. You're like, we can't do the Patreon episode. I tricked you the last time.
You did trick
It was a
me
good
the last
trick. And
time.
we're
It
I'm
was a.
doing the fucking
It was.
Patreon too. Granted, these episodes are a fucking hour, but that's what they should be anyway.
That's what they should be anyway. It's true.
And I'm
And
not
no
mutant.
matter how ill we are,
I
no
am.
matter if we have to trudge through 30 miles of 50-foot deep snow to get here, we will do the show because we are here to help you and we're the only ones you can trust to provide that level of help,
It doesn't
you know?
fucking snow in Florida.
I'm not saying you're going to do that at some point. I'm saying like hypothetically you would
Why? Where would
if you
I?
needed to.
Where's the place that I would need to fucking? I live at the
You're
place where I
not. Did
record
you?
at.
How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning, Bryden?
Hungry.
Okay, that's good. At
Actually,
least
to
you
be
can do
fair,
that one.
I usually don't have breakfast, so I think it'd be fine. But
Yeah, that's what I think. Every time I see people bring that question up, it's like, okay, but I never have breakfast, so I'd
yeah,
feel exactly like this.
I'd
So,
feel
okay.
hungry around 1 is how I'd feel like every day.
It's like, does a protein shake count? I guess so. I guess I'd be cranky.
Yeah. What else is new? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm always cranky, and I have a headache right now, even. So we're gonna keep going, though. I got no deer Abbies this week. It was very disappointing, but I did get like a lot of text updates as my friend listened to the Barbie review episode from last week, and she enjoyed it. She seems to be enjoying it right now, so that's great.
Yeah.
That's high. That's great. We
The
got
show's
high
not.
praise for our Barbie review.
It's. I mean, we're just gonna have to deal with you being a robot because there's nothing we can do. Um,
It really, it's robot. Okay.
Yeah, it keeps doing it. So we're just gonna hope it goes away.
Okay. It's still going
No, it
though,
sounds
like
fine
right
now.
currently. Okay, good.
It's
Okay, I'm
intermittent.
sorry. I've restarted my computer earlier and stuff right before we got on, and
Why don't you get
I
outside and
checked all my.
start fucking with those lines from the internet company? Just get in
Yeah,
there
I
and start
should
checking them.
do that because they said they would do something about them, but then they just kind of looked at it or something because nothing happened.
Okay, but you clearly then have Spectrum, right? Because they're
No.
no. Okay, well they're the worst people in the entire fucking world. So I don't know. You
Well,
probably I'm sure it's owned by Spectrum
it probably is. I don't know. I
because I
think
think
all
that's
these companies are owned by like the same three or something like that.
yeah,
So,
it's like Comcast or whatever. I think right. They own like they'll just call it different shit.
hmm,
Because like if you go up to like West Virginia, our first high speed internet company was called Roadrunner, and then it was Comcast Roadrunner,
yeah,
and I think
they
now it's
just
just
buy everything
Spectrum.
up.
Yeah.
That's what happened in our old town. We had like the local internet, and then suddenly we had to deal with Comcast
Well,
out
I
of nowhere.
in
That
the
was terrible.
back in Cincinnati, we had Cincinnati Bell because I was like, I fucking hate Spectrum, dude. And then Cincinnati Bell sucks worse than Spectrum. So we ended up with fucking
Yeah.
Spectrum. And then back in my old place, I had fucking fiber. And that was great. And they're supposed to be installing, there's a couple different companies bringing fiber to this area. So I could finally have good internet
It's
again.
not going to come to your house.
I know, I know. I'm so
It's
annoyed.
not.
It's going to
It's
go
not going to
everywhere.
come to your house.
It's going to go to
It's going to
both of my
go else.
neighbors. Except,
Going to go out to the boonies is what it's going to do because they're trying to get internet to those poor rural folk. Meanwhile, in the cities, the internet only works half the time.
how funny would it be if, like, the government, the previous government used to pass me up because I was, not city folk, and that's where all the black people were, and they needed internet, and then eventually they were like, well, we got to get out to the rural areas, um, because that's where all the poor people are. And the whole time I'm just stuck with ass internet, and the government never helped me with a goddamn thing. It,
No,
it kind of
that's the
seems
way it
like,
goes.
yeah, kind of seems like that might be the case.
They're never going to help you. And we deserve to get our taxes back.
Yeah, I just think that I don't make enough money to fucking pay taxes. Like, how goddamn bullshit is it that, like, I pay taxes all fucking year, and then it's tax time, and they go, by the way, we need a little bit more of your money. You
Oh,
do it
yeah.
right the first time, please, then.
Yeah, first of all, just take the exact amount you need out.
What's
I mean, it
even.
makes sense for us because we have like kids and stuff, so they have to decide like how much you're supposed to take off for that and send us money back.
It's just.
That's not a big deal.
It's even more insulting than when they, like, keep some of your money interest free and then give it back to you at the end of the year and go, sorry, we didn't need that. It's more insulting than for them to go, hey, I know it was tough going through all of that fucking TurboTax shit and you're really stressing out, and you watch the number slowly deplete into the red, and here, just, we're gonna need more from you. What the fuck? And I have
Yeah.
to sit there and go, I didn't really make that much money, man. Why am I still poor?
Yeah,
It's
no, it's ridiculous. The like just the chunk of change they take. It should be like 10% until you make like 250K a year.
I think all taxation is theft because, I'm sorry, there's potholes everywhere.
There are potholes everywhere, but the problem is that they're sending our money
To
to
friggin' Ukraine.
Ukraine and Africa and everywhere.
I've never
Israel, they're just sending it away. Just everyone gets the money except for us.
I've never been to any of those places.
I deserve the money.
I don't know
It
anybody
needs
from
to
them.
come to me. They should just give it to me.
Do you know a single Ukrainian?
Yes, actually.
Oh.
Because I go to Orthodox churches and there's sometimes Ukrainians there.
Well, no, but they don't leave
But
Ukraine
they're all
now.
they're all mail order brides. So
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
okay.
Score one for the fellas.
Dude, okay, this is gonna be really mean, and I already feel bad even thinking about telling it. But there's this one guy that clearly got like a mail order bride from Ukraine, and
Wait, wait,
she's
wait, wait, wait.
so
Oh, bride. Okay. Okay. That
bride,
makes sense.
bride.
Okay. It's like, that's a
It
progressive church you got there.
and but no, and she's like morbidly obese, okay, and he doesn't look too great either, and he's old, so whatever. But he just would sit there and be like, "You really gonna eat that?"
That rules.
Every single week after church at the coffee hour after we'd have like a potluck thing, and he's just like, "You really need to eat that?" And it's just like the tiniest little cookie you ever saw in your life, like you know how you get the
Is it
tiny
just.
like the little thumbprint ones at the store for so there's more for everyone to just have one at a potluck, like the tiniest little cookie you've
Is
ever
it.
seen.
Wait, are you sure it doesn't just look tiny in her hands?
It's possible. That's very possible that I just don't understand like proportion in that
Yeah,
situation.
well, women are bad at that, the
But
spatial awareness,
just
you know?
I was just like, man, look, you can't be picky when you're getting mail order brides. Like, that's your fault. What are you doing? What did you think was going to happen here? Did you think it was going to be the hot babes you saw on the website? Because it's not. It's not going to be them.
I
Not
would
for you.
I would have sent her ass back. I would have been like, listen, I know the return policy on this shit. Get out of here. You took more than
It's
2 days
really
to get
sad.
here via Amazon
Because
anyway. Go back to the
really,
Amazon.
it's really just sad the way the whole thing works. It's sad for her. It's sad for him because she's not there because she cares about him.
Oh, his life sad. His life sad.
It's all sad. It's
No,
all. I'm sorry.
no.
I'm very sad right. Okay, you know what? You could shut up. Okay.
Oh, the guy who's been spending years saying, hey, life is sad. I've actually read several books about why it might be sad on like a metaphysical level. But hey, that's fine. Keep going to your cool church with the funny hats. Dork.
They're great hats.
They are, I mean, they're
They're
interesting.
very cool hats.
They haven't been cool since fucking
Look,
Marilyn Manson fucking wore them in the Beautiful People video, so you can't really pull them off now.
well, we've got different hats than the Catholics.
They're
We've
the
got
same
like
hats.
cool robes with like weird arcade
Same
symbols all
robes.
over them. The schema monks. Look
Same
up the
shit.
schema monk. No,
No,
you have to see
I'm
this.
not
It's
gonna
very
look up
cool.
a
I'm
schema
gonna do
monkey
it.
or whatever it is. It's all the same. It's all the same. You just give out more
No, it's
hats in the
not.
Orthodox Church. No, they just got more
No,
hats.
no. Okay, we
With
do
Catholics,
have
you only really
we
have
do
like
have
three
one.
hats, and there's one big hat. Well, you guys have a lot of big hats. It's the same fucking shit. Y'all dress in robes, go around and go, very tribal.
Well, I mean, not like that at all, but okay.
It sounds like that to an outsider like myself. It's the same fucking
My church
shit.
is English, so whatever. I don't care, but I'm sending you a picture, okay?
Okay, well send me the fucking yeah. It looks
Look at the
fucking
picture.
yeah. It
Look
looks
how cool they
retarded.
are. Look how cool they are. No, they look cool. They look real cool.
Why does that look cool to you?
They look,
Like I
it
mean
looks like a
no,
metal album cover.
it doesn't.
Like doom metal album cover or something.
It looks like a fucking Balenciaga ad campaign. Is what it looks like.
Well,
It looks
they're
weird.
stealing.
You're telling me if Kanye came out with that line, you would say that it was cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, he kind of did a lot of that. So
Yeah. I don't know what you're complaining about. Okay, whatever. Let's get.
a
We
lot
don't
of
have
his
any
clothes
Dear
I didn't
Abbeys
like.
this week because people are so helped by us at this point. They've gotten so much help from us that this week they didn't even need any.
And you
And
also
so that's
didn't.
really just a testament to our ability to help.
You sure you didn't just post? You didn't post it
I did. I did post it
when?
earlier today and
There you go.
yesterday.
All right, there you go. I don't know, but look,
Ah,
I'm not
so it's
muting the
not my
vapes.
fault.
I'm not muting the coughs. I'm not muting the vapes. I'm
Don't do
sorry. You're gonna have
nothing.
to get. I'm sick. Also, there's like a dead fruit fly on my fucking straw.
Look, it's good. Look, you're just none of this is anything to do with our show. Would you like to get into our Reddit advice segment?
I don't fucking care.
Do the Reddit advice segment.
It's got a
Yay! I
thing
don't know
now.
what's we need like a drop. We need like a thing there, like a transition. It's very strange that we don't. Okay, from r/mildly infuriating, we have Mr. Zombie Crisps ordering girly drinks as a guy and ordering manly drinks as a woman. There's quotes around girly drinks and manly drinks.
Okay, but
Would
those
you
are
bar?
things.
Yeah,
We can agree on that at least. There are manly drinks and girly
those are
drinks.
yes.
Okay, it's kind
I
of like
think he's
Virginia
saying that it's
Slims are like a girly cigarette, whereas a cigar is a manly stogie.
yeah.
Or like a
Yeah, it's like that.
Marlboro even.
I
Like
agree.
okay.
But do you think that it's strange for a man to order a girly drink?
No, but I think it's strange for a woman to order a manly drink. Like women drinking
Really?
scotch is like a bit odd because
I
it's
drink
like it's
yeah.
more no like a
I
scotch.
only order old fashions when I'm out. That's it.
That's
I
fine.
won't unless there's like something that looks interesting on the menu that's like like they make it here. It's theirs,
Yeah,
They'll order that. But an old fashioned is a very manly drink.
an old fashioned is not a very
I just
manly
asked
drink.
for extra cherries.
An old
It's
fat.
literally okay, so it's what?
It's
Bourbon and
disgusting.
some bitters, a tiny bit of syrup, and a couple cherries in it. There's not
Well,
stuff in it.
there's the orange rind.
Well, that too, yeah.
But yeah, I mean there shouldn't be really any like grenadine in it or anything like that. Like not any
No,
significant
right. That's
amount.
what
Yeah.
it's not girly. I'm saying that would be a very masculine drink, an old fashioned, but that's all I order when I'm out.
Yeah, it's not a
So
very
what now?
manly drink. It's still a cocktail.
So you think manly drinks are just drinking like straight scotch?
Yeah, manly drinks are typically like straight like bourbon neat, scotch neat. Maybe you do like a gin and tonic can go both ways. Like I think like the only real manly drinks are drinking liquor straight, not shots. Like shots,
Okay.
girls do shots all the time. That's fine. But
Well, then you and I don't have the same image of what's a girly drink and a manly drink anyway. Either way, then, because you could just get the smoked old fashioned at the manly steakhouse is what men order.
yeah, and it's and that's I'm sure fucking delicious and all of that shit. But I don't think that there's a reason women can't have a smoked old fashioned. It's
Okay.
still an old fashioned. It's a cocktail. But like when women are like, you know, unless it's like a dry vodka, not gin, a dry vodka martini, and you got to be over a certain age as a woman to drink that. Um, I yeah, I don't look at it anything except just like straight liquor as like that's a manly drink. Like if I'm on a date and this woman sits down and goes, "Double maker's neat," I'm like, okay, she's a friend. She's not, that's a dude. Like,
Okay.
there's nothing
No,
feminine
okay.
about that.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I think my threshold for a girly drink is a lot higher, though. Like, I think there needs to be more to it than
Well,
like an
it's
old
not a
fashioned. I
girly.
would not say at all.
It's not a girly drink. It's a gender neutral drink.
Okay, so you're like your span of what is a gender neutral drink is large, probably
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Unless it's like like a Cosmo, an Appletini, Sex on the Beach, uh, Belly Button, anything with fucking mango in it, typically. That's girly drinks. Like things where you taste more of the sugar than the alcohol are girly drinks. And there's nothing
That's
wrong with
most
girly drinks.
cocktails, though.
That's not most cocktails. You get in the middle of the gender neutral drinks where in a old fashioned you can definitely taste the liquor. You
Well,
know,
old fashioned, it's barely even a cocktail. I realize it
what
is,
are you
but
talking about?
it's like I just imagine other stuff is. I don't know. It's like the most
Over
masculine of the
okay,
cocktails.
over and this is not a hard decision on my part. This is not a rule, but probably more than four ingredients in your cocktail, probably more than three actually. More than three ingredients in your cocktail is probably a girly drink. Like
Okay,
a
so a
gin
mai
Ricky's
tai is
delicious.
fine. A plain daiquiri is fine. An old fashioned is fine,
How's
but
it?
nothing with like juice in it. So like a mai tai is just rum, lime juice, and simple syrup.
Sure, and
So
that's
that's just
well,
that's three ingredients.
rum drinks are for children, though. I mean, rum is a disgusting sugary drink like a child would drink.
Well, you just don't
Rum is
appreciate
gross.
tiki.
That's fine. If you're on vacation, that's fine. There's nothing girly about drinking something out of a pineapple if you're on vacation at a beach. But if you're like at the bar downtown and you get something out of a pineapple, you better be on vacation, bro, because otherwise that's weird. It's just
Well, you
weird.
can't come to our house because you get tiki drinks made for you if you come to our
I
house
don't like
because we
rum.
drink
I don't
them.
like rum. I don't like tequila.
You can have old fashions then.
I don't really like old fashions either. I'll just bring my own fucking bourbon.
Okay, fine. Well, we have bourbons,
And I
lots
like
of different ones.
got a lot of vodka. I love a specific vodka that they are not going to sell there.
Pop off.
No, some of them.
That's what we've got.
That's awful. Ass vodka from ass.
We just use so yeah, but we the only reason to have vodka in your house is like to just hide it under a soda or like lemonade or orange juice or something.
I'm
That's the
literally
only thing we use vodka for.
my drink is vodka and club soda.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
I drink it all the time. Every time we have a show. That's what I'm drinking right now. Sick.
I'm very happy for you. I'm gonna read this post.
All right, have fun with your fucking dork drinks, faggot.
You're okay. You know what? You can shut up, okay? There is nothing girly about an old fashioned at all. And
I
I
didn't say there
realize
was.
that I'm
I didn't
saying
say there
that
was.
my
I didn't
drink
say
is
there was.
okay, but no, but okay. It's not gender neutral. That is absolutely a masculine drink, okay? I could see like a Mai Tai also being masculine
Yeah.
because it's only got the three, okay?
Okay, so you're
But I
going with
wouldn't,
my rule
but
now.
Mai Tai, no, no.
Yeah, because you did. You fell back
Because
on
the
that.
Mai Tai is gender neutral, but I really don't think the old fashioned is. Because old fashioned is like smoky and kind of harsh.
Yeah, it is kind of harsh. But
It's not.
women also like cigarettes, menthol cigarettes, and those are fucking harsh as shit.
Menthol is smoother.
No, only the cools. I don't think they make those anymore.
It's been a long time since I smoked cigarettes, but menthol is absolutely smoother and easier to smoke. That's why people like them.
No. All right, go ahead.
It's like
Go ahead. Just
camel. What is Camel Crush?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where you could crush the thing. Those are good.
You know,
Okay.
I used to like the Camel Wides. You remember those ever? Yeah, the big old things.
That's
It
what
was
my
like a
husband smoked when we were teenagers.
yeah. I loved those. They were like a tampon in your mouth. It was great.
That is a very weird image to have.
They were.
Now, if I ever have one again, that's what I'm
That's
gonna
what
think
you.
of.
Yeah, because they were. I don't know. I'll make a drawing of like a graph. I think they're called of
Uh huh.
like girl drinks. All the way, and the spectrum of everybody can drink this
Yep.
without being called
Okay.
gay is also a different graph.
Okay.
Because
So
if a woman does drink an old fashioned, I would probably go, it's a drink preference is a spectrum.
it is a spectrum.
it's
It
the
is a
it's the
spectrum.
Keystone Icean. I wonder if people are gonna get that scale of drinkality. It's too smart, too smart. Keynesian,
So
who's a
yeah,
pedophile. Yeah,
you're too smart
Keynesian. Yeah,
for all of us.
I
We
know.
cannot. comprehend your words
Yeah,
most of the time.
too good.
Went to a bar with my girlfriend last night. I ordered a pink cherry lady.
Oh God,
My
yeah.
my girlfriend ordered a whiskey sour. So whiskey sour's got more than 3 ingredients for sure, right? Because it's
Um,
got the egg white too. So it's like lemon juice, syrup,
nobody
the
puts
bourbon, and then the egg white.
nobody puts egg whites in fucking drinks anymore. Yeah, you go to a bar, it's goddamn sour mix and
It
fucking
depends on
shitty
where you're
bourbon.
going.
It's
I
heartburn.
only I don't go to bars. So maybe it's just but restaurants will put the egg whites in
Oh,
them
does
for
Applebee's
sure.
put the fucking egg whites in there?
I don't go to freaking Applebee's, thank you very
Too
much.
fancy for you?
Okay?
Too fancy?
Yeah. Okay. I'm at Taco Bell, and Taco Bell is putting the egg whites in my whiskey sour. I don't think they're actually egg whites, though. Is the problem?
Yeah,
Real.
I wonder what they
It's a real
do.
good drink, though.
I don't care for the fucking egg whites anyway. I get that it makes stuff silky or whatever, but I'm like,
Yeah, it just makes it
keep
like
it.
creamy.
Yeah.
I had a cocktail. We went out to last time we went out to dinner like a week and a half ago or something. I had one that was like I don't know. It had egg white in it, and it was like pink, and it tasted like crunch berries. It just tasted
Oh.
like Captain Crunch berries. That's exactly what it tasted like.
See, that's
It
a
was
girl's drink.
amazing. Good. It was straight up pink.
I would try it. Like I might even, because I don't care. I'll drink girls' drinks. I might even go. That sounds fucking interesting. Can I have it in a shot or something? But that's a girl's drink. I think that if you can, the rule really comes down to if you can not taste the alcohol in it, then
Yeah,
it's kind of
I
a
can see that.
fucking girl's drink.
Yeah.
So that's fair. But yeah,
Okay.
a
So I
fucking
think
pink lady
you're
is a girl's
you're
drink.
coming you're coming closer to my side of things because if your threshold is if you can't taste alcohol in it, that's closer to what I think of as a girl's drink.
Yeah, but I mean, I go to bars and I know more drinks, so I've
Okay,
got
whatever.
a
Yeah.
broader spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep lagging
Very
out
broad.
there, fag.
Okay, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Just be better.
What do you want me to do?
Be better.
I'm
Do
trying not to shout too much today, and it's not working
be
because I'm
better.
just screaming when I can. Okay, waiter. Oh, my girlfriend ordered a whiskey sour. Waiter was sure my girlfriend wasn't going to drink the whiskey, so he set it down in front of me. Girlfriend switched drinks, and waiter switched them back.
Oh, that's the
So
dickhead
like he
waiter.
sat
That's a
there.
dickhead waiter. Yeah, or he's the best,
He's
but
just making fun of the guy, right? That's what I
it's
think is happening here.
maybe. I mean, it would have to be.
And yeah, so he switched them back, saying, "I'm sure you ordered the cherry lady." And because
Damn.
why would he order the pink cherry lady? I don't know.
Wait,
Like, how
was
do
it?
you
Is it the?
correct that?
Well, hold on. There's a confusion here. Was it the same waiter that it can't be the same waiter that saw them or that they took that they got the order to? That has to be somebody else brought it by.
It had to have been someone else brought the drink. Yeah.
Because there's a chance that they're like, okay, these people don't fucking know anything about drinks. So you'd be like, hey, this is what you wanted. Because if I was just showing up, I would. That's how I would distribute drinks.
Yeah.
Because it just seems more likely.
Usually, I feel like they always just stand there and go, "Who ordered this?" If they don't remember
That's what you're
or they
supposed.
weren't the one.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Like they just ask. I think he was. It was a dig. I think he was just digging at the dude for fun.
I mean, I don't even know if I've ever had a cherry pink lady before.
Yeah.
What the fuck is in that? Hold on, let's look this
Okay.
up.
No, I've got the recipe
Oh,
here.
okay.
Let me see.
So it
Yeah,
gotta be
there
some
it is. I have the
grenadine
recipe
shit.
because he made like 5 edits or something, and it was was the cocktail. Um, 1 ounce maraschino liqueur or cherry brandy, one
Okay.
ounce gin, 1 ounce mixed berry juice, soda water or club soda, ice, cherries, and mint to garnish.
First of all, that sounds pretty disgusting with the mint on it. So as long as they didn't muddle the mint in, fine. It's just a garnish.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just a garnish. I think it's just decoration, and you would smell it.
yeah, you get that the fuck out of my face. I
I
mean,
don't
if
like
you,
maraschino liqueur.
I've literally never
I
had
like
it.
Yeah, it's like weird and bitter. Like the maraschino liqueur particularly is It's like Campari. Have you ever had
Oh, yeah,
Campari?
yeah, I've had
It's
Campari.
like
Okay,
Campari.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like weird and bitter. But if you get like cherry hearing, that's just a cherry liqueur that's actually sweet and tastes like cherries.
Yeah, but not maraschino cherries, because maraschino cherries are like sickeningly
Mhm.
sweet, you
Yeah,
know.
but no, that's not what Campari tastes like, is it? Like
Right. I didn't
Campari's
know that was.
bitter.
I
Why
didn't
is
know it
it
was a
so
thing.
bitter?
I didn't know that
Yeah.
was a thing. Um,
Yeah.
well, I mean, that could be a pretty strong drink if you do, a liqueur there, and then like a brandy and the gin.
I feel like they should do the hearing. The nice like sweet liqueur. Just
I'm sure somebody does, but yeah, it sounds like a kind of a gross drink, but it's probably seasonably like strong. So like I could see that. It's like they don't salt the fucking rim or sugar the fucking rim, do they?
Mm-mm. No, I think it's just pink and that's the whole thing
Oh,
because it's pink.
there's plenty of good pink drinks you can make. I mean, that's fine.
He closes with I don't care, guys. I'll order my rainbow glitter pink sweet little lady drink with pride. Love you all. XOXO. So clearly he's a fag.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
Which
order it
is
with pride. I mean, I would just what you do is like
you
you
should be
order fucking
ashamed.
6 of those things. Is what you do, and then you just act like nothing happened. I mean, it sounds like it could
Yeah.
be a rather strong, cocktail for whatever fucking $19 he paid for that bullshit when he could have just got a double bourbon neat. But also,
Yeah.
it just sounds like heartburn too. That's why I don't like the whiskey sours. Whiskey sours are nothing but fucking heartburn. You still love those
I like whiskey
motherfuckers.
sours. Whiskey sours are great. I
They
really
are.
like them.
Yeah, they're
I
super
was actually
delicious.
shocked to learn that people put egg whites in them at all because I had gotten the recipe from some like cocktail mixer and it never said anything about egg
Egg
whites.
whites
It was
are
just
an
on the side of the mixer.
egg whites are an old thing that people don't do. It was popular like during the 50s and before then. If you go through old cocktail books, everything is like, put a fucking egg
Hmm.
white in your gin martini. And it's like, no, dude, gin martini is just fucking gin. All right? I need a little kiss
I
of
wouldn't put
vermouth.
it in the martini. Yeah, that seems weird with vermouth.
Yeah,
Don't
just
like it.
no freaking egg whites. Like, it's no. Egg whites is just an old, stupid thing that people did. And now all those old people that made cocktails like that, unless you go to a really old place and they're just trying to keep the tradition alive. All those people are
Yeah,
dead. Everybody who likes that
no, they're
shit
all
is
dead.
dead.
Yeah, no, it's funny actually because my husband got really into the like tiki stuff and he like looked into like the history of the tiki drinks and these things and he's like this is like the true original recipe and then we went to some tiki bars and various places and they were all just doing the same thing every other bar does. It's just like juice, sugar and random crap in a big cup and it's not at all whatsoever faithful to original
Yeah.
recipes ever. And these are like the recommended places that are like closer to the original. Yeah, it's a mess out there.
I mean,
Like
it's
I didn't even know what a daiquiri was. I thought it was all just the slushies, but it's not. It's like three ingredients.
well, yeah. There's a difference between a margarita and a frozen margarita, and a daiquiri and a frozen daiquiri.
Well, with all the flavors and stuff, I thought it like getting like some frozen strawberry daiquiri was what a daiquiri was. I had
Sure.
literally never heard of anyone having a daiquiri that didn't have a bunch of other stuff in it, or it
Yeah.
was frozen or something.
Well, think about like what people thought, around our age. 36. Our
I'm not
age,
36.
36.
I'm not. I'm much younger than you. I
What's
am youthful and I had a guy think that I was a teenager the other day. It was I thought he was flirting with me.
Oh, did he close the
Uh,
did he close the van door when he saw that you were old?
yeah, I was kind of shook. No, I walked into freaking Home Depot place and I guess I looked confused for a second. I don't know because this guy like rushes over to help me. Gigantic like Jamaican dude. Dude sounds like Bob Marley talking to me, and and he's like, I didn't under. He was like, oh, hi, sweetie. What are you here for? Like, what do you? I'll help you. And he like pushes my cart, and he's like helping me get stuff I need from inside and outside. And the whole time, like this, either he's just really bored, or he's hitting on me, and this is gonna be really awkward in a minute. And I don't know how to like tell him to leave me alone while he's being so like. I would like him to lift the like 6 bags of heavy mulch for
Because
me.
you want to
Yes,
watch him.
like
You're like, oh man, this big
no,
Jamaican guy. I
no,
want to see his
no.
rippling
So
black muscles. These
I
these
might have.
these puma arms, this
No.
jaguar.
This jaguar. No. No. Not at all. No. Okay. So, anyways, so he gets it all ready and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I think I could take it from here. And I take the cart, and he doesn't ask for my number, which is what I thought was about to happen. What he does is he starts praising me and gushing about how my dad is going to be so proud of me because I got everything properly, and not to tell him I had help. And like, your dad's going to be so proud. He's going to send you here every time, and he's going to think you did such a good job. And he's like, I almost expected him to like pinch my cheek or pat me on the head or something like you would a little kid. And I just like walked out of there like dazed. Like, what?
Abby,
What?
was this man blind?
No, he wasn't. It was very strange. I'm 29 years old. I don't look 15.
No, you do not.
I mean, I don't look 36 either.
Yeah.
Bryden, thank you very
I
much.
mean, I'll be 36 next month, and
I
I
don't look
look.
as old as you. You look old. You look like 40.
I,
And I look like a very youthful 16, apparently, which,
no,
calls my husband into question pretty bad.
that's no, no, no. See, I think this is a story that you've come up with, much like a child. I mean, you do have the brain of a child. I will say that. Child brain.
I don't have a child brain.
You have the brain of a child. Hey,
My
hold on.
brain is
Do you
carefree and joyful and sweet. Like, no, it's not.
do you
I
spend a
was gonna.
lot
I
of
was.
time talking about fractions and geography?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
a lot.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I mean,
saying,
yeah, but that's because I
circumstantially.
have to teach it to children.
Circumstantially, I
And I
don't
have to
spend
do a
a.
lot of counting and like doing nursery rhymes and 50 nifty United States from 13 original colonies, and it's,
Are you gonna
yeah.
teach him about the Fed, or are you just gonna like,
Oh, yeah.
you don't know shit about the Fed? We gotta get you those goddamn fucking kids books. Just throw them at him and go here, check a while.
We did
Uh,
have to have a big conversation about Abraham Lincoln one time because I bought them this book. It's like landmark history books, you buy for kids, and it's like kid level chapter books. And I had to read it first because I'm writing like reading comprehension questions for every chapter, two or three. And I'm going through it and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure Abraham Lincoln did not walk on water and help literally every homeless and elderly person and widow and child in every town he ever lived in with a smile on his face. And I don't think that he was the most perfect person. Like, he's not Jesus Christ. And I had to like have a conversation with the kids, like, okay, so the events, like the actual historical events in this book are accurate, but this is propaganda, children.
yeah,
You're about to read. It was so,
he was a very morose man. I mean, he did a lot of
I
really
don't
cool
know.
stuff, but he was kind of a really sad, morose
Yeah,
man.
well, it went into that. It was like Abraham Lincoln, after he became the president of the United States, got so sad about about the slavery that
That
he
wasn't
was just
why.
sad all day, every day, and he wasn't happy anymore until the Civil War was over. And then that day, he smiled.
That's not what
It's like
happened. He was
that's
sad long
no,
before then, and his
yeah,
wife was a maniac.
no, he was just sad because of slavery, Bryden.
No,
Didn't you
I
know?
think he was sad about the Civil War. He was like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" And also, he was sad, and his wife was a maniac. His wife was nuts. And then did they mention that she? I'm pretty sure she killed herself, right?
No, didn't mention that at
Yeah,
all.
it's a whole
Or
thing.
her being crazy. Didn't really talk about her much
Did they
at
talk about
all,
John Wilkes
really.
Booth's justification for
No,
doing
not at
it?
all.
I mean,
No,
whether
not at all. So I had to tell, yeah, that's why I was like, okay, now we have to learn about propaganda today, children, because this is what this is. And it's fine. And, that doesn't make the whole thing false, but we have to look at these things with a critical lens because it was such a mess. How do I teach about the Civil War?
hey, history is written by the winners, and yeah, a lot of people. It turns out there's actually no good guys in history. It turns out everybody's just a mishmash of good and bad, and then meanwhile you're sitting there with like a fucking child, and they're gonna be all
Yeah.
screwed up.
Well,
Like,
the other problem is that there are, like, you can read autobiographies from men who fought in the Civil War for both sides and stuff, but you're not going to give that to an 8-year-old child. So they can't see the other side until they're like teenagers.
it was a complicated fucking war. All wars
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Wars
That's
are
fair.
complicated.
But it would be nice if the history book had at least put in a couple of the reasoning for the other, because as far as that book is concerned, it was trying to teach my kids that, like, literally, like, the South just really 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 liked having slaves, and that's
Well,
literally
okay.
it.
To be
And
fair, to be
Abraham Lincoln,
fair,
the sweet man, was like, that's really mean. And he's basically Superman and Jesus Christ after that.
well, I mean, to be fair, the South did really, really like having slaves,
Yeah, but
but
there should have been maybe the other,
it
like,
was kind of a
why?
whole war.
Why did they like having the slaves, and what was the actual problem? Can we talk about the
Yeah.
taxes
Yeah.
that were, like, can we just talk about taxes? Okay? Like,
I tried to make this podcast about taxes, but nobody would even less people would listen to it. We just talked about taxes all the time.
it's a whole thing. It's like, and no kid wants to hear. They want to hear about Superman, Jesus Christ, Abraham Lincoln. They don't want to hear that there's not, like, these evil, horrible, bad guys that Abraham Lincoln sucker punched. That's
Eh? Show them Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter because that movie was pretty
I
good.
should. I should
You just be
watch.
like, now this is the
This
truth.
is
This is actually what happened. If I had kids, I'd do nothing
yeah.
but that. They would go like, and I'd release them into public school around like the ninth grade. That way, they just showed up in special classes. They would the police would
Yeah.
come to my door and be like, "The fuck is this all about?" I'd be like, "Oh, I just the opposite of. I figured we're doing an opposites thing. So vampires.
Just
It'd be. I thought it'd be funny." Actually, and they're like, "Why'd you have 10 of them?"
yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
because so they'll gang up on the other kids and try to convince
Yeah.
them. I'm thinking like a prison gang. You guys build
So they
those
can,
places
like,
like
watch each
prisons.
other.
Yeah, you know.
That's
Did
amazing.
you really have to give
Yeah.
them gang tattoos? Yeah, dude. BP gang, BPG, dude. They got throat tattoos.
Why does your oldest have 4 teardrops? It's like, well, we don't talk about that. And
Listen,
please don't mention it to him. He gets a little moody.
I'm
Like,
not. I'm not snitching. I'm not snitching. Take me away, pig. Fuck 12. Fuck 12.
it's funny. My dad did have me trained, and my mom too. It was, you don't talk to cops. You don't tell them nothing.
Well, it's smart.
You never tell them any. You don't ever snitch. Don't care what it is. You don't snitch. Like, that's how I was raised, which
Oh
is not how
well.
most people raise their children.
Well, that's smart. But the thing is, if I am
They just didn't want me
implicate,
to snitch on them,
yeah, that's pretty much it. And
but
that's
it
most gangs.
translated into never snitch on anyone for anything.
If it's got nothing to do with me and nothing that nobody I know, I'm not saying a goddamn thing until they're like, we have now implicated you, and I'll be like, it was Todd. Todd
Yeah.
did it. I've
Yeah.
got proof. I recorded. He told me it would be a cool TikTok, and I said I don't want to post that. Here's a video. Well, my lawyer says not to hand you my phone entirely, but
Never hand your phone over.
I would love that. I
Yeah.
would love for the police to look through my phone. They'd be like, accidental screenshot of your lock screen, accidental screenshot of your lock screen, accidental screenshot of your lock screen. You gotta get a new phone, and I'm like, I know, accidental screenshot of your lock screen. I don't even know what that meme means. That's you use that. It's a tweet that it seems like you used against somebody else. It's just their profile picture. Pictures of Barbie, pictures of
You
Ken,
can look
pictures of
into
Barbie, pictures of
your
Ken.
text messages, and we're just making weird words out of states.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
It's
that
like
was fun.
it's not even a
Kansas,
pun.
man's ass.
Yeah.
That's just back and forth our text. Just immediately, that's what they open.
I mean, and they're like, can you screenshot of that and send it back to them for no reason?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why you did that,
Well,
but okay, whatever. We're moving on. We're moving on. So, girly drinks. You can have the girly drinks.
yeah.
Probably pay your taxes, but you don't have to be happy about it.
I'm not happy about having girly drinks. Just sometimes I want one. I see a menu and they're like, this has marshmallows in it. I'm like, probably not that one, but the one below it, and they're like, this one's double gin, no marshmallow. I'm like, I'll have that.
I really appreciate the menus that like have an indicator for how much alcohol per volume is in the drink. Like
Sure.
you go and it'll have like this many fire flames out of 5 or whatever, or this many dots
That
out of
usually
5.
just has the alcohol percentage. I've never seen one have flames next to it.
For
That's a
cocktails?
burrito, you fat fuck.
No, but for cocktails, they'll put the percentage of the cocktail. Did they calculate all that
Oh,
out?
no, they'll do that with I've never seen it next to cocktails. Usually it's just if you're lucky the
Just
price.
the like alcohol. Yeah, yeah. So, well, this was tiki bars, and so it'd have like a little scale. Like this is how many, because some drinks will have like 4 ounces of liquor in it. Some will just have two.
I guess that's fair cuz yeah, they won't they usually go by cuz at the end it'll say served in a whatever glass. And then
Yeah, that's helpful too. But it
yeah,
could just be a bunch of filler for all you know, a bunch of juices.
well, I usually ask if I'm because I mean even if something doesn't have that much alcohol in it and it's particularly good like sounding, I'll be like, oh, okay, maybe I'll try that and not ask about it. I inquire. That's what the waiter's there
I
for.
just want to know what I'm getting in for because like the alcohol isn't going to hit you right away as soon as you took that sip that you just took. Like that sip isn't going to hit you right away. It takes a few minutes. And you know, what if I don't need that much? Or what if I need more? I would like to be able to calculate these things in my mind.
See, this is why I sit down somewhere. Like the other night, I forget what I had, but it was okay. It was some thing in a martini glass, probably gin. Uh, but that's why I'll sit down and I'll look at the menu. I'll go, this sucks ass, and I go, double maker's neat.
Yeah, I guess you can keep track of it easy there.
Because like they're not gonna make my vodka club soda correctly. They're gonna put in a short glass. They're gonna put maybe two if I ask for a double because that's proper and that's fair. With the club soda, I mean, I'll make that at home. They're not gonna have the vodka I like anyway. Fuck them. You get
Yeah.
the consistency. It's the makers. That's the
Yeah, see,
bourbon.
that's why I do the old fashioned is the same pretty much everywhere. Except one time I did order one and they gave me like the bright red maraschino cherries and I was like, "No. These are bad."
And then you just what drank it, or did you
I
throw a
drank it
fit?
and then the
Yeah.
next time I ordered another one, I asked them to give me Luxardo cherries. And what do you know? They have Luxardo cherries. They just didn't want to give them to me at first. I don't know if they think I don't deserve them or what it was, but I don't appreciate it. I deserved extra.
Okay.
Okay. And so I got extra, actually, because I was like, "Do you have Luxardo?" And she was like, "Yes, I do have Luxardo." And then I was like, "Okay, but you put like a bunch of them in there." And she was like, "Yes."
Okay. It's literally because most people these days, when I
They
think of
won't
an old
know.
fashioned, I think of the fucking maraschino cherries.
I've never seen that before.
It's
They always
everywhere.
do the nice ones.
Nah, it's everywhere.
Look, okay, apparently I'm going to nicer places than you. I'm going to like restaurants and stuff though, not bars.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe it's just
don't.
different.
I also don't order old fashions.
Okay, well then you don't know what you're talking about.
I've
And I
had
was
a
offended.
thousand
I was
old fashions.
offended at that bright red cherry.
Yeah. That's
I was
why.
very upset.
That's why it's not a very good fucking drink. Because that's
It
what you're
is a
gonna
good drink
get.
if you get the right thing in it. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you, it's not really a very good drink, and that's what
Okay,
you're
you're
gonna
just
get.
stupid. You have
Sure.
bad taste and you're stupid.
Okay, that's fine. What are you wearing today?
Uh,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's a tank top and a
Yeah.
button up
Yeah.
over the tank top.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the problem?
The problem is that it is bad, and you look like Mrs. Frizzle got laid off. You look like
I
Mrs.
do.
Frizzle is teaching at the PS 118 school or
I do.
whatever. You know.
I do look like Mrs. Frizzle generally too, though.
Yeah. No, it's Miss Frizzle. That bitch was single.
Miss Frizzle. That's fair. I look like Miss Frizzle.
So yeah, maybe calm the fuck down. Know your
Okay.
role. Shut your mouth.
Okay.
Do you
I think we might be out of time.
smell what Bryden is cooking?
That wasn't even good.
Yeah, it's better than you though. You can't do the rock.
No, well, I'm not even gonna try.
And I'm sick.
You are sick. That's fair. Okay, everyone. I
And
think we
no,
might be out of
we
time. No,
literally have
yes, we are.
15 fucking minutes left, dipshit.
Really? We started that late? It's already.
It's
How did that
8:12,
happen?
but we started about 10 minutes late.
Well, then we should be done because we
Okay,
usually
I'm
start at
telling you,
8.
I recorded. No, we usually start. It doesn't matter. Just do the show for 15 more minutes, and
Look,
then we got
okay,
to
I
do the thing.
feel like okay, that's good because we have another story to do. Am I the asshole for asking my wife to stop
My
wearing
wife.
revealing clothes in front of my mom?
Depends on what his mom thinks, but it's kind of
His
a
mom is
weird one.
upset.
Oh well, then
As
yeah.
the title as the title says, my wife wears revealing clothes whenever she's with my family.
What's revealing? Is she showing up lingerie?
He'll explain. He explains. Whenever we go to whenever we go family outing, dinners, etc., and I don't mind much, but recently my mom asked me about my wife's dressing sense, and she has a point. When we were dating, she used to wear such outfits only when we were going on dates or at beaches, but now she is wearing on an almost daily basis.
Well, I mean, you only saw her when you were going on dates or at the
So I
beach.
don't know how you even know that.
Yeah.
Also,
Well, maybe they lived together for a little while.
oh, that's possible, I guess. For instance, we went on a family function and my wife decided to wear IDK, what it's called, but dressed with long slide slits. Undies were totally visible to everyone and she was okay with it. So she's got like thigh slits way up on the thigh to the point where her undies are showing when she walks.
That's not great.
No, I would like to know where they were at that time though.
Yeah, because it's like
Because if they're at the beach,
it's different than if they're at Target.
yeah, or like a nice dinner or something. But like, yeah, that's modest for the beach. In fact, I don't know. I would like to know if they are they on a boat or something
Why
at
would you think
least
that they're on a boat?
at a pool.
Why would they
I
be
don't
on a
know.
boat? You
Maybe
just
they
think
go
that
on boats. I don't
you
know.
just think that this is a boat family and that that's
I
how
just
people dress on the boat is
I was
that.
picturing a boat.
What type of boat were you picturing?
Like a fishing, like you go out
A
the ocean,
fishing
you
vessel?
fish. Not like a big fishing one, but like a like your dad takes you out fishing on
with
this
the
boat.
with the canopy.
Yeah, like with a little canopy.
Okay, I don't
But
know
like
why.
you can only fit like 6 people on the boat.
Yeah, I don't know why she's dressing in yacht gear on, like yacht party gear on the fishing vessel.
Well, he also said nothing about a boat. I was just
I
picturing a boat.
don't know
So
why boat.
I don't know.
It's the same as if I
They're
would be like, where were
like
they?
they're on a boat.
The Amtrak train?
That might be appropriate there.
I mean, I've seen it. Yeah, it
It's probably
depends.
fine. On a family trip with my mom, she decided to wear a micro bikini, which made my mom very uncomfortable because it was actually skimpy, but she did not care at all to at least wrap a towel around when not in water.
Sounds like
So
the
they're near the
mom.
water.
Yeah, it sounds like the mom's fucking ugly.
It sounds like they might be like Indian or something with the just the
Uh,
type of typos and bad sentence structure reminds me of Indian posters on Baby Center.
okay. Well, I mean, you know more about Indian babies than I would.
It's the Indian babies. So we have to send them all back.
I mean, that's insane. But okay.
Sorry. And I lost shit when recently she decided to make my mom, quote, fashionable and took her to shopping and made my mom try and wear fashion sports bras and skinny tight shorts. And she convinced my mom to wear it with her on shopping. So
Okay.
she put her mom it's shorty booty shorts and a sports bra.
Okay, but that's really nice of
It
her to
is
be like, "Hey, let's go shopping together." Sounds like I'd say no, that seems fine.
Can you imagine? I'm just picturing taking my mother-in-law shopping and putting her in the skimpiest thing I can find and being like, "You have to wear that while we shop now."
What? That's probably not how it went down.
Let me keep reading. She convinced my mom to wear it with her on shopping. For her happiness, my mom agreed. My mom is from religious background, very submissive. She never showed that much skin in her life. She never said or did anything to my wife or me and could hurt my wife. Later, my mom told me all about it on phone, how embarrassed she felt.
I
So
mean,
the mom was just going along to get along. She wasn't saying no, but she was just kind of doing it because she was told to,
it
I
sounds
guess,
like this
which is a
woman.
very strange thing to do. Like, I'm
Yeah,
picturing this woman that the mom is like 50, 60 years old or something like that, right? And like you would think, okay, first of all, by that point you should have been able to tell other women, at least, I don't care like what culture you're from, if it's submissive and patriarchal, this is a younger woman. Like, no, the mother-in-laws in those like third world countries where you have like the whole like big family living together and like the in-laws are in charge or whatever,
I just wear
the
towels.
mother-in-laws run that freaking place and they are brutal to their daughter-in-law. It's just brutal. So I don't believe that, I don't know that she would be afraid to talk back to her daughter-in-law. You
That
know,
seems weird, even in white
they
areas. Like,
beat their daughter-in-laws.
hell yeah, dude.
Okay,
That's awesome.
like it just, and it's such a sad thing. This is why I get annoyed when people are like, "Oh, we just need to bring back multi-generational living," and it's like, no, because instead of raising my children, I would be being beaten with a shoe every time I disagreed with my in-laws' parenting decisions for my children.
Yeah, that
No,
would be awesome.
no, I'm not gonna be beaten with a shoe.
I mean, I say to those people also, it's like I don't talk to anybody in my family. What is that? Where does that leave me? I
Yeah,
gotta just do
like, oh
I get
yeah,
to beat
yeah,
everybody up?
I'll bring my mom here. That'll be great for everyone. Okay, well, that's not a good joke to make any. Okay, hang on.
You just wiggle
You know
her
what? I'm
toes at
just
everybody
gonna
really
stop.
aggressively, you know.
Yeah, man, man, I can't make those jokes anymore.
Yeah, well,
We need
hey.
to delete every episode of Here to Help where I made those jokes now.
Oh, don't
This is.
worry. She's probably never gonna listen.
Oh my
We
god,
can
so
make it big
funny.
tomorrow, but I don't know if we can really pop a pair of AirPods into and into her, make her understand what the hell we're saying. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's not doing the meth anymore, which I found out she had been doing. I found that out yesterday because it's not crack.
well,
I don't know what's.
stepping up in the world, I guess.
Okay, look,
Well,
I
she's
have to
not
move
stepping
on.
anywhere now, but I mean,
Oh
she.
my god, I can't do this. It's-
Sorry, I'm the worst friend. Uh,
I can't. Okay, it's
yeah.
not even that funny. It's, I don't know. I don't. It's just a weird
Well,
thing.
it's pretty
Okay.
funny. Anybody knows the context of it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I have been very vague on air, so you'd have to follow my Twitter to know. So you have to go to Octo Abby on Twitter. That's Abby with an I. Let me see. Where was I? I confronted my wife about it, and she said I am overreacting and that my mom also needs to open up. Am I the asshole here to tell my wife this?
Um, I mean, that seems like a really complicated fucking story, to be honest with you.
Your mom does not need to dress that way. She could just say no. You could just tell your wife, "Hey, by the way, my mom was like shy about it and she wasn't comfortable with that, so just don't do that again." About that part, right? So that the wife now knows not to force her mother-in-law to dress like a whore for shopping trips.
What's it better not even dressed like a whore?
I feel like sports bras with no shirt, like in public, is just not. Unless you're like
Do
literally
you
at the
do
gym,
do you think
it's a
this guy,
problem. Put a shirt on.
do you think this guy knows what a sports bra is versus a tube top?
That's a good question, but I mean, that is a good question. I just feel okay. If it is a sports bra, though, like something that is very obviously underwear, this is underwear coated, this is a thing that goes under your clothes, is like especially ridiculous,
Sure,
even if it covers as much as a tube top,
sure.
because it's just We know that's underwear.
Yeah, they did a whole Seinfeld episode on that. Uh, well, not exactly that, but wearing a bra as a top. Because a
Yeah,
bra is not a top. It's not.
bra's not a top. And she's wearing. He clarified in the comments a little bit that the stuff his wife is wearing around his parents is like a mesh dress. You know how like gay guys have like the mesh tank tops,
Sure. Yeah.
where it's just like spider web.
Yeah, like back in the fucking 80s and early
Yeah,
90s. Yeah.
is that one Adam Sandler movie? The brother had 51st Dates. The brother in 51st Dates.
I don't remember that part of it, but
It's a
that
good
movie
movie.
was fucking terrible. But okay.
Anyway, so it's like a whole like bodycon dress that's that, and she's just wearing underwear underneath it. So basically, it's just like she's just wearing her
No.
underwear.
Yeah, that's not good. That's like rave gear, dude. Like you wear the bikini bottom under it, and then you wear the mesh top. That's like
Yeah,
you're going to a fucking
but it's
festival.
like he said it's like glittery. It's like white glitter, like silvery white glittery. I know it's
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure that's appropriate gear for like to go see
Family
Skrillex,
vacation.
but maybe they are on a
That's what
boat.
I wear on boats. I just really want to believe they're on a boat because that's the only way it kind of makes
I think
sense.
they came over here on a boat.
They probably did. No, well, yeah, they probably did. I mean, it might have been a plane.
Well, don't wear it on a plane.
It's probably for the best.
No, you can't do that.
No, yeah, I don't know, man. She's being a bitch. She needs to like not make your parents uncomfortable, but also to some extent, you're never gonna get away with just like telling your wife that she's like dressing like a whore. No matter how nicely you put it, she's gonna be sad and upset about you saying it and pointing it out in the first place.
Do you know what we didn't consider? This is an Indian man
I
and
think
a
so.
white
Doesn't
woman.
sound like it.
That would
Oh.
make so much sense.
Oh.
That would make sense
That's why
because
her mom is scared, or why his mom is scared of her too.
it's like a
Because his
cultural
mom's probably
clash.
like,
Could also be a
yeah,
black lady.
could
They're
be a
they're
black
pretty
lady.
domineering sometimes. So
And they do wear the mesh dresses and
they
the long slits. It
do.
actually does sound like black lady.
That's a
No,
black lady and Indian
that's a
man.
black lady and an Indian man.
That makes
Yeah, dude, you
sense.
can't tell her shit. She's gonna wear whatever she wants.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do, buddy.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
And your mom is gonna wear the whore outfits. Like she's not gonna be able to say no. I'm sorry. This is your life now.
You chose your path, brother.
But luckily for you, you've got a hot wife there.
She could
She's
be.
wearing hot clothes.
Could be. We don't know. We don't know what old fucking Patel and Miss Jackson over there look like. We don't know.
Oh man. So there's nothing you can do. You're not the asshole. You're not wrong.
I don't think she's wrong either, and I don't think the mom is wrong. I think it's like a
No, I think
communication
like
thing.
no one here is an asshole, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like weird culture clash and just no one's really communicating very well. And I don't understand why you wouldn't just say no, I'm not going to wear a sports bra shopping with you.
Yeah. I mean, I think that like as the wife gets older, she's probably going to convert to Islam and all of that shit. So you'd be
I
good.
don't
Just
think
wait it
Indians are
out.
Muslim.
There's tons of Muslim Indians. What are you talking about?
No, they made a whole other country for them.
Yeah, I know, and they're like oppressed and all that shit. They cut off their internet and shit all the time. But
Yeah,
they do exist, and that's why they leave and come here, and they can't fucking spell at Reddit.
that's probably what
I
happened.
mean, it's some bullshit like
Islam
that.
never taught him to read.
Well, I mean, they can read whatever squiggles they've got, but like it's just rough without squiggles.
He did have an edit. He said, P.S. Based on the comments that I'm getting, it seems people can even justify that if my wife decided to go totally naked in public, then also people will judge me for asking her to dress normally. Even if one day she forced my mom to wear one of her micro bikini, then also it will be mom's fault, right?
This poor guy, this poor
Your
fella.
wife is not going to force your mom to do, like, your mom could just say no.
The mom could just say no, and also, I mean, just the amount of Reddit people that are like, women can do whatever they want with their bodies.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, well, what? I mean, to what extent? And they're like, to the point of killing you. You're like, oh, okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Um, thank you, Reddit. Like, you virgin fucks.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's bizarre. Like, I'm sorry,
It is.
everything in me is like, oh, that's a woman. Well, we as men can control her body. I mean, like, duh, they're weaker. That's what you do.
Not
Duh.
anymore. Not anymore,
Apparently not anymore.
bozos. You lost it all. Look at you,
I know it's awful.
idiots.
We did screw it up big time. That's for
You
sure.
messed up, and now you're never getting it back. That cat is out of the bag. No one is putting it back.
We should have. I mean, we never should have stopped burning you guys. We should have just.
Well,
We should have just kept burning you
what
witches.
what you should have done is not come home from World War I and get wasted and beat your wives constantly,
Oh,
black and
you mean?
blue, and hurt your children,
Oh,
and then
you mean
none of this would have had to happen to you.
the guys that were completely traumatized by.
Yeah, they came home and they became alcoholics and they beat their children, and then we have the freaking mob because of you people too.
Yeah, don't blame me for World War One. Um,
Uh,
well, that's an hour. I think we know who we can blame for all of the wars in the world. Don't you have an outro before we go to our Patreon?
We are out of time for today, but you can
You know
go
who else
to
is out of time? No, sorry. Go ahead.
patreon.com/here to help podcasts. And you can hear the bonus episode released every Monday. Now, the other thing though is we did do a bonus episode after the Barbie review last week, and Rachel is on it, and I thought it was pretty good. We did a reverse sort of thing where we did a special Barbie review for the main episode. And the bonus episode was our regular show. So you should definitely go back and listen to that. If you haven't, that is patreon.com/here to help podcast. You can also go on Twitter at OctoAbby with an I and at one and only Bryden. That's the number one to follow us on Twitter. Send me dear Abby's, pretty please. Bryden, do you have any plugs?
No.
All right. Have a great week. Everyone secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help.
Wait, really quick.
What?
What about a gay podcast that's called Here to Felch?
What does that mean? I don't know how that works.
End of the show.